Hello, I'm Dylan and welcome to this week's weekly tarot reading. Before I begin, I'd like to, as always, thank everyone who's subscribed to the channel and everyone who's been in touch with feedback or to get tarot readings either in person or over the internet. I'd also like to mention that astrologically speaking, this is a great week for starting new things. We begin the week with the new moon, and then on Tuesday we've got the moon conjoined Neptune, which makes it a great time for creative things, for looking inward, and for anything really of a mystical or personal nature. Anyway, on with the reading. First of all, we have the King of Swords. This is a card of the intellect, of mature masculine energy, figuring things out, using your words, using mathematics, weighing and measuring. We then have the Two of Pentacles, which can be a card, it can be to do with juggling finances, it can be to holding on to things that you've got. It can be to looking to what you have more than what you could have. And finally, for the basic three cards, we've got the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands, again, is a card, it's a card of holding on to things, but it's also a card of achievement. So this can be more holding on to, to a good achievement, to resources that, you've earned fairly and that are useful to you. So taking these three cards together, I would say on the whole, this is a week very much of balance between what you have that you could maybe go beyond and what you have that you want to keep, and very much a week of using your intellect, figuring out, thinking about things, thinking about new things. With such an enigmatic spread, though, I think we're going to need two more cards for each of these to clarify them. Here with the King of Swords, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is a card of achievement through skill, getting the fruits of your labours, realising your ambitions through hard work. And the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is, again, a card of abundance. It can be a card of emotional abundance, of getting to the point where you want to be. With the Two of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Cups, which is a card of luxury, of family. And the Knight of Swords, which is another card of masculine energy, intellect, linguistic ability, all of those sorts of things, but less mature, more starting off. And then with the Six of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a card of energy in its purest sense, going for what you want, moving, being creative, but more in the sense of creating rather than inner creativity, getting things done. And the Queen of Wands is a card of taking that energy but applying it more to your emotions or inwardly, applying it in a more feminine way. But very interesting that those two allied cards come together here. Taking all of these, I would say, we add to the King of Swords the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, and we get the idea of applying your intellect, but very much doing it in areas where you're good and you've already achieved. With the Two of Pentacles, we've got the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So we're talking here about, taking areas where you may be not as sure as what you have, where you may be hanging on too tightly or having to juggle things, and applying, things that you have achieved previously to new areas, to areas where you can use your intellect in ways you haven't before. And then to the Six of Wands, that energy of, again, things that you have, abundance, victory. We add in this driving force of, you know, the wands, this creative force getting things done, both in a very like immature, but not immature in the sense of, you know, being careless, immature in that like it's just something you're new to, way driving forward, but also this more mature, feminine, inward looking way. This has given us a lot of things to think about this week. It's also interesting to notice just how many of the court cards we have in here, and that we've got none of the major arcana. We've got the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. 2 knights, a queen and a king. This is suggesting, you know, a lot of things that are interpersonal or are, you know, sort of personal to you, but more along the lines of your conscious mind, day-to-day things, rather than with the major arcana where we have bigger, more mythic archetypal energies. So this is going to be very much a week to do new things, work on yourself, but work on yourself with regard to the outside world, to look at all these things you already have, and also some of these areas where you may be being scared to move forward, or you've wondered how you're going to do it, and just push forward. Use your intellect, use what you've already got, but also take this great Knight and Queen of Wands energy and just go for what you want, because this is the week to do it. This is a time to just put everything together, what you have, what you want, figure it out, and just go ahead with it. I hope you found this reading both entertaining and useful. If you'd like to have more of this, I'd encourage you to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon if you haven't done already. If you'd like an in-person reading to explore something just for you, visit my website. Thank you for your time.